All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're taking a look into the future, specifically the digital battlefield of 2026. What are the biggest threats coming our way? And maybe more importantly, how is the fight to protect our data about to change in some really fundamental ways? We're going to break down what the experts are predicting. And we're starting with a pretty heavy warning, this one from Stephen Boyer over at BitSite. I mean, this quote really sets the stage for everything we're about to talk about. The key phrase here is AI attack surface. We're not just talking about AI as another tool in the toolbox. We're talking about it creating an entirely new landscape of risk, a potential internet-wide vulnerability crisis. Whoa. So that brings us to our first major theme, AI as both a weapon and a weakness. It's really the double-edged sword that's reshaping the entire field of cybersecurity. Think about it. For every incredible new defensive tool AI gives us, it's also handing attackers a powerful new way to break through. It's a full-blown technological arms race, and it's making our digital world somehow both safer and way more dangerous, all at the same time. Okay, before we go any further, let's get a key term on the table, agentic AI. You're going to hear this a lot. So what is it? Basically, these are AI systems that can operate all on their own. They can perform tasks, make decisions, and connect with other systems without a human needing to approve every little step. And because of this, they're causing this massive explosion in automated machine-to-machine connections, which, as you can imagine, is creating some really serious blind spots for security teams. And here's where it gets really practical and kind of scary. On the attacker side, the barrier to entry has just completely collapsed. As Dave Baggett points out, it's now incredibly easy and practically free for bad actors to create perfect, highly targeted phishing emails. You know that old advice we all got? Oh, just look for the spelling mistakes and bad grammar? Yeah, that's officially useless now. Generative AI doesn't make those mistakes. But, okay, it's not all bad news. The very same expert, Dave Baggett, is quick to add that the defense is leveling up too. We're about to see huge leaps in defensive AI. He talks about getting to a human-level AI email analyst. So just as the attacks get way smarter, so do our defenses. The race is absolutely on. And this really lays out that central conflict, right? It's like a cybersecurity yin and yang. For every advantage AI gives to the attackers, things like finding new vulnerabilities automatically, it gives defenders a powerful countermove, like AI-powered threat hunting. The big story here isn't just one side winning, it's the insane speed up on both sides of the fight. So while that big AI arms race is playing out between attackers and defenders, there's a totally different risk popping up, and this one is coming from inside our own organizations. It's a concept called shadow AI, and it's basically what happens when well-meaning employees try to do their jobs better using technology that their IT department has no idea about. And this quote from Lenny Belkend really hits the nail on the head. Here's the fundamental problem. A company can try to block AI tools, right? But employees who are just trying to be more efficient will find a way to use them anyway. And that creates these huge security blind spots. IT can't protect what it can't see, and that's the real danger of shadow AI. So this whole rush to plug AI into everything is just opening up a fire hose of new risks. We're talking about a sprawl of insecure connections, new ways to trick AI models into giving up secrets that's called prompt injection, and of course these autonomous agents just doing their thing in the dark. It's the classic story of innovation moving way, way faster than security can keep up, and it's making everything feel a lot more fragile. Okay, so that leads us perfectly into our next big theme. Because of this hyperconnectivity, attackers are getting smarter about their targets. They're not just trying to break down one company's front door anymore. No, they're looking for the skeleton key that can unlock the entire neighborhood in one go. And this is a really critical shift in strategy. The prediction is that by 2026, the main target isn't going to be your hardware or your software anymore. It's going to be the service and SaaS supply chain. Think about it. Why spend months trying to breach one company's fortress when you can just find a weakness in the trusted services that hundreds of companies rely on every single day? Yeah, the playbook is almost elegant in how simple and destructive it is. First, you find a shared service provider. Could be IT support, could be an HR platform. Then, you exploit their access into all of their clients' systems. And just like that, with one breach, you've compromised dozens or even hundreds of companies. It's maximum damage for minimum effort. And this quote from Michael IJ really explains why this works so well. These service providers are trusted insiders. They're supposed to have access to sensitive systems. That's their job. But the problem is,
their own security standards might not be as high as their clients. That makes them the perfect soft target, the ideal single point of failure for an attacker. So, when you take this incredibly interconnected supply chain and you pour the rocket fuel of AI on top of it, what do you get? Well, you get our third major trend, the incredible acceleration of cybercrime. The game isn't just changing rules, it's being played at a completely different speed. This quote from Brittany Allen is just wow. It really reframes the whole thing. We need to stop thinking of cybercriminals as lonely hackers in a basement. It's an industry. They're operating like tech startups with marketplaces, tutorials, customer support, the whole shebang. A new attack isn't just an attack, it's a product that gets packaged and sold. And look at this timeline. It's stunning. A brand new vulnerability is found on Monday. By Wednesday, it's already been turned into an easy-to-use tool and is being sold on some forum. By Friday, it's being used at scale against thousands of people. Now, ask yourself, how can a corporate security team that plans in quarters and fiscal years possibly keep up with an enemy that operates in hours and days? So you've got this insane speed, and it's colliding with just an overwhelming volume of problems. The projection is that by 2026, we'll be dealing with over 50,000 new software vulnerabilities every single year. It's not a matter of trying harder anymore. It's becoming literally impossible for security teams to patch every single hole. So if you can't stop every attack and you can't fix every weakness, then what's left? What's the new game plan? Well, it requires a huge mental shift. We have to move away from trying to prevent everything and move towards a new goal: resilience. This really is the new reality of cybersecurity. The goal is no longer to build a perfect, impenetrable fortress, because we now know that's impossible. The new goal is to assume you will get breached. The strategy is all about how well you can take that hit, how quickly you can get back up, and how you ensure the business can just keep running through the chaos. And a huge reason for this shift isn't just good ideas, it's regulation. There's a new EU regulation called DORA, which stands for the Digital Operational Resilience Act. And it's a big deal. It basically requires financial firms, and just as importantly, their critical suppliers, to prove they can withstand a severe cyber attack. And while it's from the EU, its effects are going to be felt worldwide. And here's why DORA is such a game changer. This isn't just another compliance checklist you fill out once a year. It demands continuous, measurable resilience. It makes that third-party supply chain risk a core part of your own planning, and it forces your suppliers to meet the exact same high standards you do. It's turning risk management from a chore into a core business function. But for all this talk about AI and automated defenses and new regulations, the experts are all circling back to one thing we can't forget. As David Bianco from Splunk puts it, at the end of the day, cybersecurity is still about people. And when you're up against a smart, creative human attacker, you absolutely need human judgment and intuition on your side of the fight. Which leaves us with this final, really important question to think about. In this new world of AI-powered attacks and AI-powered defenses, is our biggest weakness still human error, or is our greatest strength still human judgment? As we head toward 2026, it seems like the ultimate decider in this whole digital battle might just be us.